We're back in the PlayStation Lounge here at E3 with Kellee, and she's going to take us on a journey soon, hopefully. What are people experiencing here in the lounge?
So at E3 we have our first hands-on playable available, and it takes the players through essentially about the first 3 levels of the game. They get introduced into this desert environment where there's a ruined civilization and there's the goal of reaching the mountaintop. And the goal of the experience of Journey is really about discovering what's happened in this world, who you are, and what your purpose is. In addition, the players here get to experience some of the online play and getting connected to another player online and what that's like.
And what is that like?
Yeah, so with Journey, it's not a co-op game, it's not a competitive game. We've really been saying it's an online or connected experiences are kind of the phrases that we use. As you're going on your journey, you can encounter another robed figure like yourself who is another player, but there's no network ID, there's no in-game messaging system. You don't know if that other player, where they're from, how old they are, if they're a man or a woman. We are wondering, or I guess the game asks sort of what kind of connected experience can we have in these virtual worlds online.
Yeah, and then it's nice perhaps to meet someone and not have any preconceived notions, not any sort of, you don't really know who it is, so you have to sort of just feel your way forward, I guess.
Exactly, the emphasis is on their humanity, that it is another player, and that the details aren't that important.
So there is, what would you say is in common between this game and your previous efforts?
Well, I think players from Flow and Flower will recognize a certain quality in Journey that's present in both of those games, of sort of an emphasis on unique experience, certainly, but one that invites the player into an experience that we're hoping they have, but one that's not forcing them or telling them how to play or how they should be in the game.
Something I really enjoyed with Flower was the storytelling, and I guess you're sort of getting even deeper into that territory with Journey.
That's right. We say a flower was a poem, Journey is a parable. So there is more of a story. It certainly is a much more ambitious title for us as a team. At the same time, we want to maintain that sense of openness and leaving it open to interpretation so that anyone, anywhere could get some meaning out of the story of Journey.
Something where you don't really tell people what to experience, but you sort of just you get different feelings evoked by what you see and what you experience.
Yeah, exactly. So here we have the first 3 levels, which are mainly desert environments, but as you progress towards the mountaintop, you get taken underground into the ruins, and then of course up to the top of the mountain where it's snowy. So there's different feels and different environments that you go throughout the course of the game.
And you mentioned that this is your biggest project yet. What's it like? What's the difference in working on something that you perhaps spend more time on, perhaps more people? I don't know if you've grown since Flower.
Well, we've gotten up to 12 people. Flower, it was about 7 people. Yeah, it's always the emphasis for us is on that, getting that emotion and just really making sure that all of the efforts are focused on bringing a satisfying and engaging interactive experience to our players. So we grow very slowly, even though we have big dreams and big ambitions, because we're very careful to not dilute that feeling.
And you're sort of like a flagship developer for PSN as well, because that's where you found your home, and I guess that's where your fans are as well. Is that something that you sort of look to stay on with PSN, or are you looking to do even bigger projects at a later date?
Well, right now, honestly, we're just focused on getting Journey out to our fans, and certainly the PlayStation Network community has been so wonderful and in supporting us and seeing us through our origins. So I hope that we can always continue to serve them.